On the Sunday we will be releasing this video, 5 ERLs will be playing their grand finals, and in the week right after all the other ERLs will follow. Why, you may ask? Because we have no time to lose. Monday the 29th of March, EUmaster begins with the playing stage, so let's get right into the video. The damn thing broke again.
Hello ladies and gents, my name is Maguire, and since Tom is having his wisdom tooth removed, I'll jump in for him for this episode. Were it not, my first name is also Tom, so there shouldn't be too much confusion.
Trnąć tego smoka. Kick nie poddaje się i przerywa impas, jeżeli chodzi o łutapeczka. Adrian jeszcze się oswobodził z tego. No ale zobacz, kolor pozostawiony samotnie. Czy w tym momencie chciwe 7more7 zostanie ukarane za tą chciwość? Póki style. Wow, jednego tutaj złapał. Ader jakimś cudem przeżył, ale ta bombka.
Last week, playoff stage started for Ultraliga. What's different about it this year is the new format. Inspired by OPL in 2020, Ultraliga chose to use the similar format, which means that only 5 teams qualified for playoffs this season. We kicked off with the series between Pomp and Illuminar, an old Polish classic. Even though the series ended with 3-1 scoreline for Illuminar, games were quite close. Next on the menu was the series between Kick and Devils 1. Young Devils looked to upset reigning champions of Ultraliga, but Kick came out of the gate swinging to score an easy 3-0 win. Community started asking questions. Is Pompa good enough to hold off Kick next week for the final EU Masters slot? And well, they weren't. Kick reminded us of their last year playoff run that unfolded in the same fashion. Despite poor performances in the regular season, Kick have been destroying their opponents in playoffs so far. However, the cherry on top this week was the Illuminar Ago series. This was the first ever best of 5 between those two teams, and Illuminar, believe me, they've meant business. In a long 5 games battle, Ago managed to win, but if you missed it, oh boy, what are you still doing here? Go to Posted Games YouTube channel and rewatch the goddamn series, right now. Okay, there are still 2 series to be played. Agorok is already in the finals and also in the main stage of the EU Masters. The best of 5 between Kick and Illuminar is of great importance. They both secured their spots at EU Masters, but would like to skip playing stage and get a chance to beat Ago in finals. For Illuminar, this is much needed breakout year. They've struggled for past 2 years to get back on top. This is the best shot that they have got in a really long time. On the other side, Kick needs to prove everyone wrong and become the first back-to-back Ultraliga champion. Lastly, it's Ago, and being second to none is the only thing that matters to them. Looks like my time is up. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next Tuesday and Wednesday at 5 PM. Have a good one.
Hi friends, my name is Grace from the Dutch League, and EU Masters is getting closer and closer by the minute, the hour and the day. And for the Dutch League, that meant it was time for the semi-finals. So let's just give you a quick update on what happened.
De spanning opgevoerd. Want Silas is gezien. Noob gaat in. Fetchel is bij de Mega. Noob gebruikt als eerste World Ender. Wordt geraakt door de Never Move Nightmares. Kijkt voor een engage. Wint ook een 2-man Brand Ender. Supreme 2 winnen. Niemand fetcht. Wil wel 2-man stun. Met zoveel damage dat er doorheen is gekomen van Reroll Nightmares zal de eerste zijn die dood gaat. En Fetchel vindt weer een 2-man stun daar. Het is tot nu toe een 2 voor 2. Maar Noob en Vlad staan aan de verkeerde kant. Want Noob kan wel heel veel damage vinden daar. En dat is hetgene wat je wilt. Fatshield weet daar nog wel te kiten om een kill te vinden. Uiteindelijk een 4 voor 3 in het voordeel. Al is Fatshield, nee, dat is niet de goede plek om te recallen.
Dynasty, the first seed of the regular season, took on EcoZulu, the 4th seed of the regular season. Both these teams have very opposing playstyles, so it's very exciting what will go down in a best out of 5. And the first 2 games also really showcased both these teams their individual talents. Both really worked towards their own win condition too. And it was so nice to see that we started off a series 1-1. But then EcoZulu found the formula. Flawed, all of a sudden had an MVP-worthy performance, and Noob was going nuts in this series as well. EcoZulu then made quick work of Dynasty, and ended the series in a 3-1 victory and advanced to the finals. Now, especially fourth game was interesting. Seeing Dynasty pull out all the stops and play for all or nothing was really excited. So go and rewatch that one. But are Echo Zulu able to continue their miracle run? They will have to face PSV Esports in the grand finale this Tuesday, and PSV has never gone to EU Masters, and Echo Zulu, their last time was in 2018. Will they be able to return to former glory, or will PSV be the one who reigns supreme? Let's find out next week, but until then, bye-bye.
A best of 5 finally went the distance, Sector 1 is back, and tomorrow we play our finals. My name is Dino, this is the Belgian League, and let's get started.
Meteos lijkt die trade kort te winnen. De Drake gaat naar Sector 1 en net als in de vorige game zeggen jongens, we hebben de Drake, maar nu willen we disengage. Kijk naar Dommy, kijk hoe snel hij gaat. Nee, Suppress komt er niet door net. Niet op tijd. De Sleep komt er ook opnieuw door op Dommy deze keer. Maar kijk naar die Magnetic Storm daar van We Will Fail. Vin 2 man houdt ze bezig. Nu Nar in de back. Zurgot. Galio ult komt erdoor. Mega Nar, elk moment kunnen we nu gaan verwachten. Terwijl het direct daar Dommy ook opblaast eigenlijk. Nu Meteos in de problemen met de kill. Hij kan Marrows neerhalen. Marrows vindt de kill niet. En nu zijn het Flip en We Will Fail in de problemen. Sector 1 heeft controle over deze fight. Flip gaat neer. We Will Fail is de volgende. En Phoenix is de enige langs de kant van Ion Squad.
Last week, we just had one best of 5 left to play, and it was the best of 5 right before our grand finals of, well, tomorrow. It was Iron Squad, our second seed, up against Sector 1, who were crawling their way out of the lower bracket. Now, to be fair, going into the series, I really didn't have any expectations. I mean, we went 3-0 throughout the entirety of the spring split bracket last year, and it looked like we were going to just repeat the script this year. Boy, was I wrong. This best of 5 delivered. In the first game, it was like I was looking into a time chamber. I was looking into the past. Sector 1 was back. They were playing a very clean 1-3-1, never let Iron Squad into the game, and took the victory very cleanly. Then, all of a sudden, the time chamber jumped forward to the beginning of Spring Split 2021. Iron Squad subbed back in their starting jungler Dommy, and they looked like they were the Iron Squad that we saw in the beginning of the split. Very aggressive, chaotic team fights, always coming on top and taking the next 2 games. 2-1 for Iron Squad. Sector 1 looked down and out. What did Sector 1 do? Well, they started to fight Iron Squad left, right and center. So, yeah, I mean, in the bot, in the top and in the mid lane. The thing is, suddenly they started beating them in bot lane, beating them in top lane, taking kills, using those leads to just cleanly set up their mid to late game. And in the end, when the dust settled and the best of 5 was over, Sector 1 was the team left standing. They take the victory 2-3 actually and go up against KVM, and this is where it becomes even more insane, because KVM is just waiting for them in those grand finals with a 13-0 scoreline. Never has a Belgian League team defeated KVM in the spring split. It looks to be impossible, but Sector 1 is setting up for that storyline to actually beat a team that improved so much that they can beat KVM. And just the madness is that Sector 1 was that team last year. They were 13-0 going into the finals, made the 16-0 split happen straight into EU Masters. I can't contain my hype. There's 5 finals going on right now in other ERLs. We are going into Belgian League finals tomorrow, Dutch League finals right after. KVM could go to EU Masters, Sector 1 could go to EU Masters for the 3rd consecutive time. Just go watch the Belgian League, and I'll try to contain this hype and maybe drink a little bit less coffee. Yeah, that last part might help.
Hey, I'm Anifar. This is Marina, and EU Masters is almost here.
Foi Flash que está, não era Drifter, estava ali debaixo tentando ser túnel. Aparecemos agora, Vladimir na backline. Sky já está, Sora é obrigado a flashar. Tentou dar o slow em cima de Sacred enquanto Pidarias é apanhado por dentro de uma ward. Noma vai tentar fazer a Civic Turbo Bubble. Apanhou o escudo. Será que Zoe vai assassinar ou não? Foi afastado pelo Explosive Cast. O que quer dizer que Noma não consegue assassinar? Noma vai falecer. É verdade, vai fechar agora os Zónias, mas não há maneira de sair daqui. O Gragas salva o Scoot.
Last week, both of the EU Masters spots for Portugal were filled by White Dragons in for the win. The first semi-final was between White Dragons and EGN, where White Dragons once again consolidated their position as the undoubtedly best team in Portugal. They beat them 3-0 and were very convincing victories. On the other side of the bracket, we had For the Win versus Boa Vista, where For the Win actually managed to beat Boa Vista by 3-1. They were very dominating in their wins, except for the last one, where Boa Vista just blew a 7k gold lead and eventually had no chance of reverse sweeping the team of the Phoenix. If I had to choose one game for you to watch from last week, it would be that same game, Game 4 between Boa Vista and For the Win, where both teams actually very much had the control to win the game, and eventually For the Win pulled it off. When it comes to expectations to EUmasters, For the Win were very weak in the beginning of the split. They eventually found their footing. They went from 2-5 to 8-6 to even get a spot at playoffs, and they made the most out of what was given to them. So it's very impressive that they made it there. They're a very storied organization in Portugal, so they are sure to at least make us proud. On the other side, White Dragons are completely dominating the competition here, so we'll see how much they dominate over the competition overseas, and if they really have what it takes to make it far in this edition of EUmasters. As for me, I've been Anifor, and I will see you later for the EU update. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone from Spain. No words. Just Superliga.
Lo decías tú, y el equipo Real Betis, ¿qué hace? Perseguir a G2 Arctic, evitar que se vaqueen, no les quieren dar nada de tiempo, es una ventana muy pequeña. Whiting aquí se va a vaquear finalmente, Oscar Inil le corta el vaqueo, Whiting es el héroe.
Eso que es muy bueno, cuidado porque está
¡Acaba! ¡No te creo!
Cuidado, se vaquea fresco, güey, que la torreta, no me lo puedo creer, el Eurobetis que lo quiere conseguir, Mire Duque la desesperada, Mire Duque que va a llevarse la partida, no puede hacer nada G2 Arctic.
¡No te creo!
Both semifinals were bangers, but this game, with a beautiful display from Betis on how to play around Lucian and Evelyn, was absolutely awesome. This play fell heavily upon G2 Arctic when they thought they recovered control of the game after a Baron Nashor and destroyed their hopes of get back in the series. As I said, both semifinals were awesome, more considering that none of the favorites made it to the finals. This split seems to be the rise of new Spanish kings that must be feared. In order to dive into that narrative, I recommend you to rewatch the Vodafone Giants vs UCAM series. I told you a few weeks ago in another EUpdate that I could see UCAM as a new Masters team, a strong EU Masters team, and they proved that in this series. Fighting versus Giants is never easy, most if we consider that Giants assemble the best team they can afford year after year, but UCAM played a beautiful series by the book and took the victory from the Giants' hands. With only finals left to be played, I can only hype this series up. Real Betis versus UCAM is a final we never expected. Not even in Spain, where almost everyone placed these two teams really low in power rankings before season started. And let's be honest, those who never placed them so low in power rankings never expected them to be so close to the crown. But this only makes our finals more exciting than ever. For most players, these are their first Superliga finals, but for Betis' mid laner, Mini Duque, this is a path of redemption that started back in 2016 when he got Spanish crown with G2 Vodafone's roster. He never reached again finals since then until today. With 7 years of a career full of ups and downs, this is a player who earned every opportunity he got. And this is a story that you must follow. So G2 Arctic, Real Betis and UCAM will be our representatives in this EU Master. There are only our finals left to be played, as I said, and the only thing I can do is to invite you to watch them with us. This March 25th, from 5 p.m. in twitch.tv/LPLOL. I can promise that this will be a banger of a series, so please come and watch them with us.
Hi, Zotic here once again. Let's get into the LFL.
Récupère la TP de Ice Bisto, est-ce que tu vas pouvoir récupérer quelque chose?
Alors, on a le décalage de Chico aussi qui va partir de la mid lane. Est-ce qu'il arrive à se suicider? Oh, le dieu! Le dieu! Et il est exécuté! Mais quel dieu absolu! Tous se prosternèrent devant le roi de la jungle Memento!
LFL started its playoff in the King of the Hill style by Vitality B versus GameWorld. All eyes were set on the mid lane matchup between Tukui and Diplex. It was the first competitive best of 5 for the 17-year-old German mid laner of Vitality B. And oh boy, he owed that pressure, playing Orianna against Tristana and Victor against Syndra. He finished the series with the highest damage per minute of the game and only 3 deaths. His consistency, combined with the strong engages of this support Eslin, allowed Vitality B to take down Game World 3-1. They had to keep their heads clear, because the next day they had to face Team BDS for the 3rd French spot at EU Masters. Team BDS success during the split was always tied to the mid-jungle success. If Blazers can get going on a carry jungler, they never got stopped. And that's what happened in Game 1, where J-Link Ezreal shined bright as well. But that's what happened only in Game 1, as Vitality B swept them 3-1. Diplex only died twice in their 3 wins, showing great mid lane control and denying Team BDS win condition. This week, they'll have to face Misfit Premier in a clash for seeding and to chase that trophy that Carmine Corp is already lurking on. In that match, be sure to keep your eyes on 2 things. First, is Diplex gonna do it again? And second, which bot lane will come on top? Woolite and Jacktroll? Or Smiley and Eslin? Both supports are always looking for the opportunity to engage, while their partners showed great carry performance over the course of the split. Now that you have the keys for the last week of the LFL, come and watch the 3 teams that will make it to the top of EU Masters pretty soon. See you in the chat.
Hello guys, my name is Goldberg and I'm here to talk about the NLC.
Here, Fnatic. They need to try and find their opportunity, but the gravity field's going to zone Rux away for the moment, and Deadly going to get a bit of free time. Arome, Nard out here. Rux looking for his opportunity, goes in for the 3-minute plan. Bean has to cleanse with the QSS, but he's pulled in. He flashes away to safety. Hatrix takes out Rux. Ambient pops the Magnustorm. Maxi trying to do so much work as Pride is just being cut through. It's a double kill for Hatrix now. And Markoon slides for Bean, looking for the assassination. Is going to have to use the stopwatch. He may just lose his life as he's shut down by Featherton. But XL have the inside track onto the Fnatic base. They're going to have to teleport back towards their towers to save.
Wait, no, they're teleporting. He's going to the end.
The back door. Femi's looking to turn this one. It's a base racing game number 1. The towers have already fallen inside the base, and Maxi's just playing complete interrupt. Femi is onto the Nexus. I don't think he can do it. He's trying for this. It's chaos. XL take game number 1.
In the NLC right now, we're doing playoffs, and to kind of recap the week we've had so far, we started out in the winners bracket with BTXL going up against Fnatic Rising. First game was an absolute banger, coming out with a backdoor to finish it all. Afterward, Fnatic evening out the score, so it became a 1-1, and BTXL coming in with a stomp in game 3 to secure the series. That meant Fnatic was supposed to go down and play their lower bracket consolation final up against Nordavin. Game actually became closer than most people had expected. Fnatic obviously taking game 1, but game 2 Nordavin was actually the one striking back. But Fnatic, being the strong powerhouse academy team they are, closing out this series that was a best of 5, 3-1. This now means that Fnatic Rising will be going up against BTXL right now in the finals. Like when this is being released, this episode right now that you're watching, if you're watching it when it's released, we're playing NLC right now. Head to the NLC to watch the best of 5 final between BTXL and Fnatic Rising. You absolutely do not want to miss it, and if you're missing it, just go back in the VOD. It's fine, alright? I'll see you at the NLC. What do we tell people to look forward to? we've got no more NLC. Oh, we have more NLC. Right. Next week in the NLC, which will be from Monday till Thursday, we are playing relegation. So if you do not catch the playoffs, well, you can catch the latest teams who might be addition to the league heading over to twitch.nlc/lol. So I'll hopefully see you there. Have a good weekend. What do we tell people to look forward to?
EU Masters.
EU Masters.
EU Masters.
EU Masters.
EU Masters.
EU Masters.